Hey everybody, welcome back to RedMug Music. I'm Brian. I'm glad you could be back with me today. I wanted to follow up last week's video where I reviewed Pop Trash by Duran Duran, and the reason why I did that is because I wanted to explain why I ranked that particular album last in my previous ranking that I did. Actually, it was the very second video I ever did on this channel, and Pop Trash came in last, but it's still a good album. I like the album okay, but my keen ears are hearing the trouble that they were having during that time, and I can't turn that off. So it's just, for me, it just so happens to be last. But today I wanted to talk about the album that I had placed at number 13, which is Red Carpet Massacre. Now, going back through and reviewing the album once again, I may have been a little harsh on Red Carpet Massacre, and it depends on what I focus on this album as to how I react to it. And as soon as I said I may have been a little harsh, I started thinking about the Timbaland influence, which I go, no, I wasn't harsh. It was, there were definitely some weak points, but it really was a good album. All right, what I want to do is, when I recorded the Pop Trash review album, what I did is I was listening to the music while I was pretty much doing commentary, because I feel like it's going to do the album the most justice. I'm going to be able to give you my thoughts and ideas in real time. But that particular video didn't go so well because I did not turn my audio settings to the correct setting, and it ended up being really, really bad audio quality. So I didn't want to push that out. So I did it again, and I just went from memory because I just did it and I remembered. But this one, I want to try going back to the headphones, and I want to listen to the music, and I just want to be able to talk about it in real time, and let's see what we get. Red Carpet Massacre was released in 2007, and it came out right before, or actually right after, they shelved another album they had that they had done previously with Andy Taylor, and that was after that's when he left the band. And that particular album was called Reportage, or if you're an American, and I think if you're pretty much anything else, it's Reportage. And it was a very angry, politically driven, more raw, more rock kind of album, and I don't think it went well with the record company, so they went ahead and shelved it. And I'm very sure we'll hear it one day. But we're not going to get into that. So right after that, Andy Taylor quit the band, and they went on to record Red Carpet Massacre in 2007. Now, they ended up replacing Andy Taylor with Dom. His name was Dominic Brown, and he was a very good guitar player. He would be able to, play a lot of, the live shows with him, which he would be able to recreate Andy Taylor stuff and Warren stuff. So he was perfect for this particular album, but they needed someone playing the guitar part, and he's the one that did it on this album. Before I really get into song by song of this album, I want to quote here. I saw this online. Duran Duran bassist John Taylor criticized Sony Music for turning the work on Red Carpet Massacre into a nightmare. According to him, John, the record label wanted to make the record a bit pop and force them to collaborate with Timbaland, which turned out to be an unpleasant experience for the band. We delivered an album to Sony that was a natural sounding, almost rock album, and they were like, we need something a bit pop. Do you fancy doing a couple of tracks with Timbaland? So it sounds like that's the reason why they actually met up with Timbaland, because I know that came later on after they had recorded a lot of the album. Nick Rhodes added, the thing was, we got an opportunity, and I think Nick was seeing it for, maybe he liked the idea or saw it for a positive thing. He said the thing was, we got an opportunity to work with Timbaland, so we thought, great, let's go for it. And then when Timbaland saw the guitar and the bass and the drums come into the studio, I think he was mortified, because everything he does is in a box. So that, they were very positive, or at least Nick was very positive about working with Timbaland, but at the same time, you could tell that it wasn't really, they all liked Timbaland, and that's the reason why they went with him, because they all did enjoy him, and they could agree that he was a good producer, but they didn't do things the same way. So this was going to be something completely new for Duran Duran. All right, so without wasting any more time, I'm just going to go ahead and start with the first song and play it through, and let's see what we have. The first song is going to be called "The Valley," and I remember the first time I heard this, I was not so impressed with the drum track. I mean, it may be Roger, I'm not so sure, but it sounds very electronic. And I know one thing about the song is Simon Le Bon's voice is amazing. Like, very good lyrics. He sang this song very, very well. The song to me sounds like it's lacking a little bit, like something was taken out. The way the drum track, it's like bum 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 bum. It, to me, what that does, that gives me no like musical resolution. It sounds like every measure, every time you count to 4, it seems like it's just a new beginning, and we're not really finishing out any kind of a phrase or an idea, and it sounds loopy to me. So to me, the song sounds very thin, and it sounds like the bass portion of it's really coming from a keyboard, and I'm not really hearing John, but I know you do. I mean, you do. Eventually, you hear John in here, but if you do, I'm not hearing it. But I just think it's thin. I like the song, and I think it should have been done with more of a band feel, with guitars and a bass, but I wasn't very pleased with how they did it on here. But Simon Le Bon's voice is really good. All right, let's go on to track number 2. This is called Red Carpet Massacre. This one starts out a little bit better. Let me turn it up here. And sorry if I'm yelling into the mic. Hopefully I can adjust that later on. This is good. I like the song. It's got that bass line that's coming from a keyboard. I like the drum track. I think that's really, really good. And then when Simon comes in, this is good Simon too. Really, really good Simon Le Bon singing. And when you get to the chorus, he is just letting it go. I bet you this was so much fun for Simon to sing. Yeah, when he gets to the chorus, he is just belting it out. This is really great. Again, I would like to have heard the song a little bit more of an organic band, and not so much, in a box, as Nick Rhodes said. So, but Red Carpet Massacre is a really good song. Let's run over to Nite-Runner. Now, I thought I was going to have to remind myself which songs were produced by Timbaland, but as soon as it starts playing, I can instantly hear Timbaland. This is no bash whatsoever on the band Duran Duran, because I can't bash them here. Because again, right, Nite-Runner is a very, very, very good song, but Timbaland's influence just irks me. They liked him. People like him. People like Timbaland. I just don't like him. And they have the pre-chorus on this song Nite-Runner, and I can hear Timbaland. I can hear him singing or talking, whatever he does, and I don't want to hear that either. I think Nite-Runner got ruined by Timbaland, and I think it's overproduced by him, and I think there's too much Timbaland in the song. Otherwise, Duran Duran does a fantastic job. The song's very funky. It's got a very good beat, a very good flow. It's a really good song. I just don't want to hear Timbaland in it. Over to song number 4. This is called Falling Down. This is the only song that they released here in the United States, and I really, really, really like the song. And over the years, I've just liked it more and more and more. At first, I didn't like it because the first 3 songs kind of put a bad taste in my mouth, because I didn't want to hear that kind of sound. I didn't want to hear the urban, as they called it, trap beats and loops and stuff like that. I just wanted Duran Duran to sound like Duran Duran, which, I don't think it's a bad thing to say. If you enjoy a band because of the way they sound, you kind of want to hear them sound like they sound. There's nothing wrong with that. But I'm also okay with a little bit of experimentation. I think that's a good idea. But Falling Down, as we all know, is a really, really, really good song. Simon Le Bon's voice is fantastic. A really good chorus, very good backing vocals, very good melody. This song is perfect. All right, let's just go ahead and skip over to the fifth track, which is called Box Full of Honey. Now, this song is instantly really, really good. It's an acoustic guitar, and then Simon Le Bon starts doing his thing. And now we're into the main part of the verses. And Box Full of Honey, I won't go on anymore. I really like it. I think this is a really, really good song. All right, now we're into Skin Divers. Now, again, like I said, I thought I was going to have to look up which one was Timberland. This is definitely Timberland. Actually, Skin Divers is not bad. I'm actually liking it. You can hear the bass line. It's got a really good funk to it. Nice tempo. Then we have Timbaland singing. Okay, I don't like that part. So I actually like the feel of the song. I think it's the atmosphere is really good. It's kind of dark, and it sounds really good. But the chorus being done by Timbaland makes no sense to me. You know, I'm okay with him producing it, which I'm actually not. But when you produce an album, why are you singing on it too? Like, hey, you have such a main part. I don't understand. I don't like Timbaland. Have I mentioned that? All right, let's go to number 7, which is called Tempted. So track number 7 is called Tempted. It starts out really nice. It's got the haunting sound to it. And then it's got this, you know, like a looped beat. And it's got a nice beat. It's just a lot more fabricated than organic. Simon Le Bon's voice is fantastic. Lyrics are fantastic. This isn't exactly the type of song that I'm drawn to by Duran Duran because it doesn't have a lot in the melody section, so it's not very melodic. It sounds like it would be fun to dance to, like it's that kind of song, and it's not bad. I can tell it's not a bad song. It's just not my choice. All right, let's go to song number 8, which is called Tricked Out. The Tricked Out starts with the guitar, so that's probably Dominic doing just a fine job. Got some keyboards in there, then the beat comes in, so far so good. Oh, this is that instrumental one. Yeah, this is very Halloween-y sounding. Actually, I like Tricked Out a lot. I think it's a very good instrumental. I remember this now. This is how little I listened to this album. I had to be reminded of this song. So, it's good. I like Tricked Out. I'm not going to go through the whole thing because there's really no point, but it's nothing wrong with it whatsoever. I think it's a good job. Then track number 9 is called Zoomin. Got a distorted drum by Roger. You know, this is so typical of Duran Duran to have, Simon Le Bon comes in his verses and not a lot of melody, just attitude. I think I'm going to listen to this album more now that I've really had the chance to just kind of tear it apart and figure out what I'm listening to. I actually think it's a good album. I don't think I would rank it any higher, but I like it. The chorus is not so melodic, but it's very catchy. So I'm liking this a lot. All right, let's go on to the next track. It's called She's Too Much. Again, we're starting out with the guitar by Dom. That's not Roger. I don't think Roger's playing drums in this at all. I'm not really hearing Roger. I'm not hearing the natural. It sounds very looped, very canned drum beat. I'm not hearing John Taylor in this song at all. I don't hear that bass. It just all sounds synthetic to me. But again, another solid song. This is a very good Simon Le Bon album. He nails every single song. This is really good Simon stuff. And Dominic is very much in the forefront of this album. I can hear him all over the place. I'm just not hearing John. All right, let's talk about number 11. We're on to Dirty Great Monster. Whoops. This song, I actually like it a whole lot. It's got a very good sound, very good organic sound. It sounds like the band is playing. The entire band is. So this is probably one they had done originally for the album. This is the one, to me, that sounds the most Duran Duran on the entire album. So I'm going to say this is my favorite song on the album. Simon Le Bon's voice is really good. Very good backing vocal. If you listen to the chorus, yeah, the backing vocal to the song in the chorus is absolutely gorgeous. It just, to me, sounds, this is so Duran Duran. So perfect. Great. Love the song. All right, let's jump over to track number 12, which is Last Man Standing. This one has a little bit more of a sound from a box. I can hear some guitars in there, but Simon Le Bon's voice, again, is very, very good. I needed to stop saying it. Can it just be understood that this is a great album by Simon Le Bon. This one starts out different than how it ends up feeling. The beginning of the song is very much out of a box, except for Simon's voice is fantastic. But as it progresses into the verses and then into the chorus, I start hearing a little bit more of an organic sound, and I start to like it actually a lot. So I think this is a very good song. I like it. All right, let's go over to the last song, which is called Cry Baby Cry. This one starts out instantly with a bass, so you can hear John Taylor's bass. You know, I'm listening to number 13, Cry Baby Cry, and I swear, Duran Duran just needs to be, sometimes I think they just need to be called R&B. This has got such a great groove, so much funk. I mean, it's a very nice bass, very good guitar. I mean, even Nick Rhodes, like his contribution to the song is perfect. Then Simon starts singing, and it's like, wow, this is good. And then we get into the chorus, and again, it's a very good chorus. It's not so melodic, but it's very catchy. And there's a really nice backing vocal. This is a good song, solid song. It's simple, but it's solid. I guarantee the whole time they play the song, their heads just bobbing like that the whole time. Yeah, it's good stuff. Okay, that's the 13 songs. I hope it recorded better this time. I don't know how well it's going to translate for me to just sit here and talk while the music plays, but just bear with me. If it didn't work out, let me know. Comment down below. Let me know that you just didn't like that kind of format. If so, then I'll just make my show notes and then do it. It's fine either way. I just thought maybe listening to the music while talking, I would be able to do it the most justice and have the most honest comments. This is a really good album. I was hard on it at first, and I think I need to back off a little bit. But it's definitely a good listen. If you haven't given this album a lot of thought or a chance, listen to it a few times and listen to it with the understanding. You know, pay attention to Simon Le Bon singing. Pay attention to the melodies. Pay attention to the production, and pay attention to the songwriting in itself, and just try to reach in and get a hold of that core. You know, the main core of the idea of the song, and hear that. And don't worry about the overproduction, and don't worry about the urban beats and stuff like that. If you don't like them, just pay attention to, the idea of the song. And I think it's going to grab you much better that way. So I hope that makes sense. I'm very strange when it comes to music. Music is it's embedded in me, and I think I understand it in my head more than I can explain it. I want to thank again all my subscribers. They've been fantastic. There's so many people commenting on the videos, and I just really love talking to them. The Duran Duran fans are fantastic. I love them. They're just great people. All right, if you haven't done it yet, or if you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe. That is the best way to support a channel if you watch them, is to subscribe. And if you don't click on the bell, I won't even bother you. I won't even send you any notifications or anything. You can just check back. I usually put one video out a week, sometimes two. So you can just come back anytime and check it out. But subscribing is how you support the channel. But if you want a notification, it'll tell you the moment it drops, and you can be the first to watch a video and put a comment out there. And that's when I'm ready to talk, when the video drops. So if you want to talk it out in the comments, make sure that you get that notification. And also, I've got my Instagram account called @RedMugMusic. If you want to check that out, it would be great if you follow it over there. I usually try to talk about the same thing that I do over here, but I try to add to it and, do some reels and things like that. So it's super fun. Also, you need to check out my new merchandise shop. If you look on the front of the YouTube channel page, there at the top, there's going to be an icon up there that's going to lead you directly to the merchandise shop. And once you get in there you see it, RedMug Music. Welcome to RedMug. There's going to be some products down there. One's going to be men's shirts. There's going to be women's shirts. There's mugs. There's all kinds of cool stuff. That's the shirt I have on right now. And I tell you what, these are very, very, very comfortable shirts. And coming soon, I'll have a brand new logo. But I just wanted to go ahead and offer this in case you were interested in that particular shirt. And that would be fantastic if you did. And of course, you can pick all the sizes in the mug. And there's also a sticker. So check it out. go ahead and check out that shop and see if there's anything that you like. That would be great. But again, thanks for hanging out with me today. I really do appreciate it, and I will see you all next week.